Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a creative team layout for March 25th and I'm using this Woof printables, which is so cute. And I'm also using a premium sketch for the subscription and it's number 8, but I can't actually show you it because it's a subscription. So I'm going to do this picture of my daughter. I kind of got some of this base done already. I just did it while I was doing in front of the TV. It took me about 15 minutes, and so I cut down from the corner about 45 degrees on either side, and then if I wanted to do the bottom way, it was from the top left to the bottom right. With the Woof paper, it was the top right to the bottom left, and so I'm just showing you what it kind of looks like. I did think about moving these a little bit closer to have less black on the bottom part, but they're stuck pretty good, and I do one with paper and all good. So I'm going to take this picture of my youngest, Evie, and our dog. They're in the truck having a great old time, and she snapped a selfie on my phone, and so I just trimmed it down to be a 4x5, and then I'm going to take this paw print paper, and it's going to be 4.5 by 5.5, and then just getting it right on down. Yay. And then I have some other pieces that I've kind of prepped a little bit for this one today, just because I was playing without my camera. So, and then wanted to get the rest of this as I put it together on here, but it didn't take me very much time of planning and playing. So, and then all of everything that's going on here is from that Woof printables. And so all the little pieces that you see on the side, I fussy cut. So that probably took me the longest part of this, was literally fussy cutting the pieces and doing a little bit of that cutting, because the rest of it was super quick and easy and done. So I decided that I wanted some of this green paper on the back. You can see that I obviously did cut it to maybe be part of that background, but I decided before I got very far on it that I didn't want it on the background. So I really liked that dog print and I wanted it, and I like the Woof, so yeah. And then these are the other couple pages that I haven't used yet, and so I was thinking maybe of matting it on one of these two too, but I don't, it's fine. It's not what I was envisioning. So I'm going to take this other piece of this green and I'm going to kind of match it up and then just cut the extra off, and whatever, it's a printable. And yeah, I like printables because when you have them, you can print them off more than once. So I did print these on just regular white cardstock, so I do get that dimension and that feel. You could print it on printer paper too. There's not a problem with that. So yeah. And then some foam. I guess this is the only thing in the pack is like the foam and my tape and like my tools that didn't come from the printables, obviously. But when you're doing something like printables, it's kind of nice to add some dimension. So this foam adds a bit of the dimension that I need without going crazy. I could have added dimension to the embellishments I put on too, but some of them go on top of this piece, some of them go on the bottom. So it keeps my page relatively flat, but there's enough there that there's a little bit of interest. So there is this journaling spot. It has the frame of that colored paper that I was going to do in the background, that I decided to use the green instead. And so that gets that paper on here. And then I'm just popping some of the things that I picked out to go on here. That love with the puppy paw is going to be my title. I do want kind of a diagonal to go on here, and so I'm following the diagonal of the Woof. I could have done the other direction. I chose this direction for diagonal just because of the way my daughter and our dog are, and it would have been a little bit harder on the other diagonal because it would have covered up either his tongue in her hand or part of her head maybe. And so this just covers up the bottom part of her shirt and not a big deal. So just getting stuff stuck down. And it's getting pretty close already to what I had wanted to put on here and envisioned, and which is kind of cool. I like it when things come together quickly. So I know when you haven't been scrapbooking for a while, it does take a while to like think about what that looks like. I didn't know what I was going to do for my journaling, so I'm just writing here, and I don't need that much. So I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, literally, she's in the truck with the dog and took a selfie. So it really doesn't needs zero journaling, really. So I just put Evie and Wookie and put the date on it, which is June 18th, 2023. And then, yes, there's space there, but I'll just put embellishments on that and it will work out just fine. So that goes on. I got myself distracted when I was talking, so it's nice to use a sketch and printables when you're feeling kind of blah about your scrapbooking, because sometimes it can take a long time to make decisions. But if you limit yourself to a set collection like a printables and do a favorite picture like this with Evie, a lot of that can come together really, really super quick. I also like to use sketches that way, so that if I want to create something but I'm not feeling overly creative, using a sketch can be a great jumping off point. So I really enjoy that. So I'm putting this biscuit bone underneath this other bone. It ties in the biscuit heart that's over by the love, and so that works well. Putting this one pink piece up here, because why not? And I am almost done. So this dog dish is going to go on. I just felt like it needed something else to anchor it on the bottom there. And thought about a couple of things, but it doesn't really sit well on the top part there. And it's done. Isn't that quick? Quick for me, even. Well, sometimes mine can be quite long, so not necessarily quick for me, but quick for me. So here's some close-ups. I so love that puppy paper in the background for that stripes, and here it is here. If you go to Scrap a Sketch and put in my discount code Amanda10, that gives you 10% off all printables, books, and stencils. And so scrapasketch.com. Thank you so much for watching today. Here's a couple other videos that you might want to watch. I really appreciate you being here, and give me a follow if you haven't yet. Thanks so much. Have a great day.